J.M. Irving Books.
Hi guys, my name is J.M. Irving. Welcome to J.M. Irving Books. This is the second review that I'm doing for this year. There are some books that I read last year that were just amazing. 14 Ways to Die being one of them. If you haven't checked out my video, just scroll up and you should find it. Now I'm going to be reviewing Natasha Preston's The Cellar. Let's jump right into it. So this story centers around Clover Robinson. She is a 16-year-old young lady, and she lives at Long Thorpe, England. And she does not think that anything happens in her small town. She thinks that everything happens either like a few miles away, like in another town, just not in her city. And so she has a boyfriend named Lewis, which is her older brother's best friend. And so, there's that. There's like that little awkwardness. And so the story opens up right away. You don't have to wait 5 chapters in order to kind of get something to happen. But right at the beginning, she's going to a party made with her friends, and the boyfriend's asking her, like, "Are you sure that you don't want me to meet, to drop you off?" And she's like, "No, I'm fine. I'm meeting up with my friends." And so, so she's walking with her friend, and they're at the party, and then they realize that Kerri is missing, one of her friends. And so her and her other friend, they're supposed to go look for her. And then that's when Summer is met by a man named Clover. And so he's like, "You're Lily, right?" And she's like, "No, I'm not Lily." And he's like, "I think you are." And so then he kidnaps her and takes her to his basement with 3 other women. One named Rosie, one named Rose, one named Violet, and one named Poppy. And so, if you can tell, they're all named after flowers, right? And then so she gets her name, Lily. And so he starts calling her that. And the girls, they want her to just, go with the name, And she's like, "No, that's not my name. My name's Summer." And so then when she's down there, you go through all the feels of like, I want to get out of here, then going to the fact that I probably never get out of here. And then she also realized that some of the girls that have been there, Rosie being there the longest, that, she's seen some of these girls that have gone missing at the time that they did, she's heard about it. And now the fact that she's here, she just kind of goes, she cries, she gets angry, she tries to thrash out and stuff like that, and they plan to try to escape. One of them, I believe Violet, she tries to escape, but then she tries bucking up at him, and she ends up getting killed by him, sadly. And sorry, spoiler. And this book it's so raw and it's so real, and I love the main character. I love Summer. I love her passion. I love her drive. I love her fight that's inside of her. I love her strong voice, because it really just speaks volumes to the women that have been kidnapped. I believe that it paints a clear picture, and it also, just kind of, if you read this book, I believe it kind of is a warning to women, but also men, because men do also get kidnapped as well, but especially to young women, that don't go anywhere by yourself. Always have someone that can walk with you or take you, just because you never know. Especially these days, they are evil, they are dark now, and so it's good to have someone walking with you, whether that be a boyfriend or a friend, or just a chaperone, whatever that may be. And so, Natasha Preston, if you watch this video, I want to let you know that you have encouraged me so much to just get in the genre of thriller, but actually start writing thrillers as well. It's just like, this book is so amazing, and I cannot rate it a 5. I have to rate it beyond that, but I'll get to that in a minute. But back to the book. Like I said, this book really just takes you through the motions, and I'm not going to spoil anything too much, but I will say that at the end of the book, so if you don't want anything spoiled, please just click away. 3, 2, 1. So by the end of the book, after her brother and her boyfriend, they've been searching, and sometimes they feel like they want to give up. The whole city is searching for them. And I want to say this about Clover. He's a very just manipulative, but he's like very, very handsome. But he just and he doesn't seem like someone that will do something like that. And he even becomes a part of the hunt to find them. And he just seemed like an everyday man, but almost like Ted Bundy. He was still like an everyday man, but he was not. He was a cold-blooded killer, right? And so by the end of the book, you really get to see the toll that it took on Summer. And at the end, the brother, because it switches between the brother's point of view and then the boyfriend point of view and then her point of view and Clover's as well. But you really see that, I believe it's when the boyfriend, whenever he sees her, that they warn him that like she's not the same as she used to be, because she keeps asking for Poppy, she keeps asking for them. And also too, whenever they try to tell her name, she's like, no, my name's Lily. So you really get to see, like I said, the toll that it took on her and just her mind and things like that. Like I said, I just really loved it. And this all the way up until the twin, I haven't really read the twin yet, all the way up until that point. I'll list them down in the description below so you can check them out. They are all good. I was literally going back to Books A Million like every week just to get these because they were so good. And so with saying that, I'm going to rate this beyond a 5. And I feel like you know what that means, right? This sticker is going to go on your book, Natasha Preston. And if you watch this video, this means that you have gotten beyond a 5. So this book is not a 5 out of 5 to me. This is beyond a 5. Beyond anything that could ever be rated, because this book really started something in me, and it's because of you. It's because of this book that I am now writing thrillers, loving thrillers, reading them, all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also, go check out Natasha Preston's books. Check out all her books. She actually has one coming out this year called The Fear. Please check that out. And like I said, I will link down below all her books where you can get them at. Please check them out. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
JM. Irving Books. Write, grow, inspire.